We really wanted to find out whether or not exposing our skin to the sun for short times would actually cause DNA damage.
Can those little bits of sun exposure, do they lead to any measurable impact on the skin?
We used 2 different intensities of UV radiation and 2 different doses. What we found is that a higher dose makes a difference, but the higher intensity didn't make any difference at all. So that suggests that it doesn't matter whether or not you get your dose of UV quickly in the middle of the day or a little bit more slowly a bit earlier in the day, you're going to end up with the same amount of damage.
And this is the same as going outside for 5 or 10 minutes in the middle of the day in winter, buying a sandwich, grabbing a coffee, hanging out the washing, watching a bit of sport for the kids on the side of the oval. In 5 to 10 to 15 minutes, in those conditions, we can see detectable DNA damage.
We had 58 participants who took part in the study. They were all healthy volunteers aged 18 to 55 with fair to olive skin. We invited participants to come to QIMR Berghofer 4 days in a row. Participants in each group received 2 different low doses of UV, which were delivered via our solar simulator machine. Our solar simulator here at QIMR Berghofer is able to deliver low dose UV akin to what you would experience in the real world.
We're measuring how many damaged bits of DNA we see in those skin samples, and we can quantify that, we can measure it, we can see how much damage there is and see if there's more damage when you get more exposure and less damage with less exposure, and how much the amount of damage differs between people. You've got billions and trillions of skin cells. It only takes a handful of those cells not to get repaired properly, and if they get damaged again, and then again and again, you can get early skin cancers developing. That's why even these little incidental exposures can add up over a lifetime to cause a lot of damage.
This research really suggests that we need to hammer home this message and people need to start using sunscreen much more regularly. The other important thing though is that when people are spending more extended periods outdoors when the UV index is low, so as can happen during the cooler months of the year, if you're going to be out for any sort of extended period of time, you still need to be protecting your skin from the sun.
It would be wise to take precautions, and that would be covering your skin with clothing, wearing a hat or putting on sunscreen.